Here's a quick video on my Zuca cart. Did some of the mods I've seen online. For instance, when I first got it, took the stems out of the tires, filled them with slime, just to make them a little more, less likely to go flat. Also wrapped the handle with a tennis racket grip that I got at Walmart. And I also took this clamp loose right here and put a flexible keychain. It's actually a cable keychain in there for a towel hanger. And then I built a rack inside. Took the existing rack out. I saw some mods for the existing rack, but what I wanted to do, I got an idea from another Zuca cart owner, Zach Benedict. Actually sent me the specs for this, but what it does is it's a cpvc rack, not PVC, but a 1/2 inch cpvc, and it moves the discs forward, and then the way the rack is designed, it gives you more space behind the discs and kind of keeps your discs in the front, keeps them from rattling around, falling over, that sort of thing. So I'll kind of show you the construction on this, but there's a view of it from the front. So when you pop it open, there's the view of it from the side, and you can see back in here there's a lot of room. I've got a small cooler. It's a slim cooler that I can fit back in there. I've got a towel back in here. My retriever's back down in there. There's enough space in there. You could shove a jacket, food, anything else, extra things that you wanna hold. But here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pull this the discs out of here so you can see a little bit more of the rack construction, what it looks like. Yeah, I'll try to show you guys here the rack construction. As you can see towards the back here, that bar keeps the bottom of the rack back against the back of the cart itself to keep it from sliding backwards. And then I'm gonna kind of tip this up so maybe you can see up underneath there. But also on the top, you'll notice there's a piece of pipe insulation. That is to prevent the discs on the top rack from rattling around and kind of falling over. Kind of gives them something to press against. And then I'll show you here from the side so you can kind of get a view of the rack and then the amount of space that's back in here. You can see my hand width back in behind there. Here's the rack outside of the cart, and basically how this looks when you put your discs on here. The mids and the putters go on the top, and then of course on the bottom it increases a little bit of space. I noticed with the other rack in here, when I'd go to roll my door up and put it in here, what would happen was when I'd go to grab the handle on the top, would grab this handle here on the top, there wasn't a lot of space in there because the other rack sat up higher. So what this did is it lowered the rack down. The discs actually sit on the bottom of the cart in the bag. It gives you a better purchase on this handle on the top if you do have to pick the cart up for any reason. So that's kind of the design there. Now this rack is designed, you have to take it apart, put the two sides in the cart first, and then put the cross members in, and those kind of push out and makes a tight fit side to side and front to back, so that the cart's not, or the rack is not sliding around inside the cart. So it's a great design. Like I said, I got that from another friend of mine, Zach Benedict, and he actually came up with the dimensions for the cart. I kind of adjusted them a little bit, the length and stuff. You can kind of custom fit it to the cart that you've got. Take your measurements. I glued the majority of the outside joints left the inside ones because you're going to want to be able to twist those to get your pipes in place so it's a tight fit on the inside of the cart. So it's made a huge difference. Okay, so you'll notice when you put the rack in, you want to have these be able to turn so that you can get those in there. I can't do this while holding the camera, but you want to be able to turn those so that when it pops into place, your rack's not coming apart when it rattles due to just the vibrations of going over terrain and that sort of thing. So you want to leave these, at least these parts loose. You can glue just about every other joint, but leave your joints where you put the rack to take it apart and put it back together. Leave those unglued, otherwise you'll have a hard time getting it in there, and if you do get it in there, it'll rattle apart on you when you're rolling. So it's a great design. I love this design from Zach. Kind of, like I said, modified it a little bit to fit my cart, but it's a great addition. So to finish this up, disc capacity. I don't remember what the capacity of the cart is supposed to be. There are, I believe, 26 discs in there right now, with 2 in the putter pouch out here, and I don't have anything on the other side. Obviously, there's enough room in here. I could fit a few more discs depending on what they are, but this pretty much meets my needs as far as playing around or practicing. If you want to take multiple putters out and do practice out on an open field or something like that, it gives you enough. You can kind of keep the discs you normally play with and your practice discs in one spot. And then of course if you're playing a tournament and you have water holes or some water hazard or something like that where you want to have multiple discs, it allows you to carry multiple discs of the molds that you throw. So awesome cart, love it. You guys have any comments or additions to stuff, feel free to post a video and video response maybe, or comments in the comment section, and be glad to hear from you.